cypress knees, morning heavy, low and still. Fog hung down like a funeral cloth over every bend and hill. There was a man with a weathered face, tank and mask in a patched old boat, hands that knew how to read dark water by the pull and the drag in the throat. The locals said where the deep hole turns and the pale sand gives to clay, the bones of beasts from a broken world still in the bottom lay. Mammoth teeth and forgotten tusk, shells from an older rain, buried down where the river keeps what time can't call by name. And oh, the river keeps what she's given. She don't care what a strong man knows, but sometimes she'll lift the dead world upward from the black where the cold tide flows. He was chasing the bones of forever where the old earth sleeps below, and the river took his final breath for the fossil he'd never let go. He slipped below where the daylight broke into ribbons of fading green, where the catfish moved like drifting ghosts through the silence in between. He fell through silt with a careful hand, every motion slow and sure, like a man in church with his head bowed down, touching something old and pure. Then out of the mud, through the ancient dark, like a dream from a vanished land, came the curve of a mastodon tooth to the grace of his searching hand. He held it close in the river gloom, like a gift from the hand of God, a white old moon from a million years in the blackened breathing sod. And oh, the river keeps what she's given. She don't care what a strong man knows, but sometimes she'll lift the dead world upward from the black where the cold tide flows. He was chasing the bones of forever where the old earth sleeps below, and the river took his final breath for the fossil he'd never let go. But a line got caught in a cypress root or a buckle or buried wire, and the river turned from a whispering hymn to a slow, unholy choir. He fought for air in the tightening dark, kicked hard where the bottom fell, but the mud rose up and the current pulled like the hand of an ancient spell. Up above, the boat rocked all alone in a ring of widening light. No voice but wind, no sound but rope, no sign in the morning white. Then one last rise from the shadow deep, one arm through the break of the waves, and he laid that tooth in the bottom boards like a man sending home what he saved. Maybe he thought of his little boy or a woman standing still, looking out through the kitchen screen past the trees beyond the hill. Maybe he thought, Lord, I made my life out of what the dark world keeps, so let this bone be the thing they hold when they lay me down to sleep. And oh, the river keeps what she's given. She don't care what a strong man knows, but sometimes she'll lift the dead world upward from the black where the cold tide flows. He was chasing the bones of forever where the old earth sleeps below, and the river took his final breath, but the fossil made it home. Now the old men talk when the fog comes down and the cypress starts to sway, about a diver who loved the deep and never came away, and a mastodon tooth on a mantel shelf still catches the evening sun. 1,000,000 years in a widow's house for the man who brought back one.